It should be alive. There we go. We're live. Can we see that up? Alright, let me join Discord. Hello, Jake. We are live. So, yeah, how are you doing, Jake? Alright, well, I've got the film in the background because it's something to look at, but The Exorcist. I think if back in the day, I think because people were a lot more religious back then, weren't they? I remember when there was like priests outside cinemas and everything. Watch this film, it's scary and all that. It's about having faith too. Yeah, because obviously we've got the priest in the film. He's like he doesn't think he can do what it can stop it or whatever. You don't think he can like. So yeah, it's this film is. It took me a long time to watch this film because I was like, that face terrifies me. What Reagan has later on. A couple of years ago. It's directed by William Peter Blatty. Yeah. He did this one and he did Free. Free's really good. It's so like yeah, it's so underrated that one. So yeah, it's I do love how the film starts. Is what country is it? Is it in it's in yeah it starts yeah we see the sun and then these temples and stuff. That is oh yeah you've got loads of people digging stuff up. Um, North Iraq. Northern yeah, it's Northern Iraq apparently. Yeah. Yeah, it's very creepy how it starts. It's very quiet when he's just walking around. Well, it starts with him working, like digging stuff up. Yeah. Yeah, apparently it's Iraq. And we've got the Father Merrin, that's what it's called. Yeah, it's a demon composition. That gets the little girl. Yeah, he's got an exclamation like he's digging up like Asian stuff that they're finding that have been buried. There is, it's just some great imagery of this film. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've not read the book, but I know it's based on. This is probably one of the most famous movies because it's what started out the possession stuff. I do like how very subtle the film is too. Like, it doesn't explain how Regan got possessed. You get hints, but you never actually get what actually happened. Yeah, so he's looking at this coin that's got a guy and a baby on it. I don't know what it means. He's talking to someone who's says goodbye to his friend and just walking the streets. There's hardly any dialogue at the beginning, which is very cool. I mean, I could share a screen. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just the beginning. It's just he's digging stuff up, and then he's walking the streets. He, eventually, he's gonna come across the statue of Pazuzu. Yeah, yeah. I think it falls off the church or something. The Omen is a good movie. And there's the statue of Pazuzu. I haven't shown a screen, but I should. I'll just do it right now. If it does it, let's see. There we go. Pazuzu. Very creepy statue, that. You're like, what the fuck's that? Yeah, they do. They have Asian stuff there. And then we had dogs growl and then we see the sun. That's cool. That's a cool shot. Oh yeah. You get scared. Georgetown, that's where we are now. Gonna meet the main characters. Um, yeah. And then we meet Chris McNeil, the mother. What? Oh yeah, she comes into Believer for 10 minutes. Yes, well, yeah, she doesn't really do much in the film. She's just there for 10 minutes and she gives some exposition and that's it. Well, yeah, Halloween Green did it, and Chainsaw Massacre did it, but obviously it's not the same actress because she died. They brought her back just for her to get killed, and she didn't even do anything. She is a lawyer, so she's investigating. Yeah, yeah. I have the Star Wars and VHS in the drawer. I've had it. Someone got it for either Christmas or a birthday. I think it was a birthday. It's one of the original ones. Obviously, it's not the very first because you can't really get hold of that one. I don't think.
But yeah, like I think they might still have it now. My grandma, I mean, my granddad passed away several years ago, but I mean, like my grandma, I think she might still have it on VHS. She never uses the VHS player, you know. She just watches the TV now.
Yeah, I have a VHS player. I just don't use it.
My granddad was the one that was like, you know, obsessed with like, you know, but yeah, like videos, you know,
I think they might still
old
have it.
movies like I don't know, war movies from the 70s, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
He had Men in Black. I think he had Men in Black. He did. He had Men in Black on VHS. He had all these movies on VHS from like, you know, from the time that it was in fashion and the time it was going out of fashion. And they used to. Do you remember when the newspapers used to release DVDs, like, you know, with the newspaper, like in
They used to do a lot of different stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, they used to collect those as well. Those like the only DVD. Those like the only DVDs they actually had. Anyway, going off topic.
Yeah, this
That was
is.
what.
Is she an actress or she something like that? I think she.
Yeah, she's a small time actress. She's trying to make it big, isn't she? That's what I remember anyway.
Well, she's
And
got like people working for her, like a maid and stuff.
yeah, she's got people working for her, and then I've got. I like that it's not some just every woman who gets like, you know, attacked by a demon. It's actually someone who's notable, an actress in this case. For whatever reason, the demon decides to go after her daughter.
Well, the mother isn't like she doesn't. She's not religious, is she? She doesn't believe any of that stuff because you'll see what she does for this movie. She takes her daughter to every specialist she can. She doesn't believe she's possessed.
Just believes she's not well.
Yeah.
Your daughter
going to work.
What was it? Was it? Yeah, and she doesn't Pazuzu. His mother taunts the priest about his mother, doesn't they?
Something like that. Yeah. I think that's the direct. Yeah, you have priest, and none of two students.
The priest is tormented by the demon.
That's the priest. There he is.
Yeah, not the exorcist himself. The priest. What's his name? Karras
Yeah,
gets gets tormented by the demon who claims his mother sucks cocks in hell.
that's. Is that the one who has like a heart attack?
No,
Oh, that's the one
the
who jumps
exorcist.
out the window and at the end. He's like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, Karras tells the demon to take him, and then he jumps out of a window to kill him and get rid of the demon.
Yep. As we find out in the third one, he isn't dead.
What?
In the third one, you find out he actually isn't dead.
Oh yeah, he survived, didn't he? Somehow.
Yeah. He got possessed by the demon, and then he got put in like a mental institute thing, but somehow he kept escaping because of the demon and killing people.
Yeah. What's it called? He becomes a serial killer that's killing people in the movie, doesn't
Yeah, like there's when you like it when he's talking to him in the cell, it's actually Brad Dourif doing the voice and talking the monologues and stuff.
he? It's been a while since I've seen number 3.
You know, number 3 is worth it. It's probably it. I've read that the second one's terrible and you don't need to watch
I
it.
don't watch the second one. The third one's a bit. It's irony where like the third movie ends up being the superior one.
Doesn't happen very much.
Usually the second movie is not as bad, and the third movie is the worst when it
I
comes
think
to
the
a
third
trilogy.
movie, like, in normal trilogies, that's when it basically drops off.
But it's the opposite here.
Yeah, it's the same guy came back and was like, what should we do? Oh, I've got an idea, serial killer demon. Got all these old hairstyles and mustaches.
70s fashion, dude.
What's it say? Military off campus. Oh yeah, are these protesters?
What's that?
There's the priest walking away
Oh
from.
yeah,
This is where we see him go home to his mum. I do like just seeing what the place looks like, the houses and stuff.
yeah, the house with the long staircase. Iconic place that people go there, just to see the stairs.
Yep. You hear the priest
Imagine,
talking and then I think that's the babysitter of Reagan.
yeah. So say what you will about horror movie, Hollywood, but it does have a knack for making the most normal places iconic.
Yeah, like there's certain horror films that are just perfect, like this one. You've got this one, and you've got The Thing. The first Halloween still holds up.
Fuck yeah, it does.
I like the film They Live. That's good.
Yeah, everyone loves where they live. Though I can never wrap my head around exactly what the title was getting at. I know it's about aliens trying to take over mankind, but what is with the they live?
I don't know what They Live means. Yeah, that's some weird title. And there's Reagan. Because the mum doesn't really spend time with her daughter. She's always busy. She doesn't know what her daughter gets up to, like with the Ouija board.
The Ouija. Yeah, you know what? That's probably how Reagan ends up getting infected.
Yeah, it just couldn't explain how Patricio got there though. Like, how did he? Well, how did he get? Yeah, why did it pick her?
Yeah, I really have to watch that movie again because I don't remember that much of it. Maybe I'll watch it this weekend.
Yeah,
What a lovely film to watch on a Saturday night, eh? Yeah.
yeah. This is definitely New York. This area anyway, you can tell.
Well, it might be New England. Whatever.
No, I mean it's where the priest's mum lives. He's gone. I think it is New York. His mum does not live in a nice area, by the way.
Yeah, it says here, while the famous steps are in Georgetown, Washington, D.C., many interior scenes were actually shot in New York City.
Yep. So this is the priest has gone home to his mum's house or where he lives, and it looks scruffy.
It looks like New York just because it's scruffy.
No, the house is the apartment they're in is not very. It's not very clean. It's very rusty and stuff. But it's not like looks like no one cleans the house. He goes into his mum, helps us up because she can't really get up on her own. She's really old. His mum just cares if he's alright or not. Like what mums do. No matter what you're gonna get, mums are always gonna be like that.
Exactly. You remember the scary movie parody of The Exorcist?
Oh yeah.
From the second movie. Parody's the moment where it says, "Your mother's in here, Karis. Would you like to leave a message? I'll make sure that she gets it." And he goes, "Yes, Mom. Would you get out of there, please?" And she flips the bed covers over and gets out the bed. She's under the bed covers. You're having fun. I'm working. And then Reagan goes, "See you later, Mrs. Karis." Oh, what the fuck?
Doesn't someone come to her like when she's doing in this film, in this one, The Exorcist, when she's on the Ouija board, isn't someone called Captain Howdy or something?
Oh, yeah. Captain Howdy's the name that the demon has when it's trying to gain a trust before it possesses her.
No, the mum's just found the Ouija board. So, what is this?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, she starts talking to something called Captain Howdy, and I guess that turns out to be the demon because it uses it. It gains her trust, and then it possesses
So,
her.
here's the question: is it multiple demons or just one?
I assume just one. I mean, she only ever mentions talking to one. It's safe to assume that it's Pazuzu trying to gain her trust, you know?
Yeah.
The bastard.
Maybe if the mum watched over the daughter a bit more, she wouldn't have been possessed. She would have been playing with a Ouija board.
Well, why would you fuck with things like that, you know? Even if you don't believe in it, it's just not worth the risk, you know, fucking with things like a Ouija board.
I would never touch a Ouija board in my life, I never will. Fuck Ouija
You
boards.
just don't know what kind of shit you're gonna conjure up, you know? You might end up summoning something like fucking Beetlejuice. But yeah, but 1 second, sorry. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh yes, dinner's here. So you continue this thing,
Yeah,
and
you
I'll
want
be
to
back.
enjoy your dinner.
I'll be back very soon.
Yep. Right, let's carry on it. Yeah, it's like Captain Who? Captain Howdy. Maybe I'll just not share that's not streaming. And I'll that's me. Pause it. See if it doing it on this. Stream out its poor pilot. Just fine. Carry on. Close that. That should be. Yeah, anyway, let's carry on. The pause. I made the questions and he does the answers. Here, I'll show you. And then we go to the room. Captain Howdy. What region? Why are you reading that stuff? Let's get the mother and daughter love. I'll take you to a movie, okay? So they're gonna go on, they're gonna both hang out together. But you don't. Oh, he's like, yeah, he's gone to church. Praying with a priest. Want to talk, I mean. They're rambling man. This priest is a very awesome character. I love his character. I need reason. He wants to go somewhere else. She's on the phone talking to someone about I'm guessing the thing they're doing. What do you call it? They're making a movie, I think. Yeah, this is Myth. Oh yeah, Reagan's here and they're talking about it. Just gonna go and do the job and leave it there again, which said then we're gonna go. Oh yeah, the dad doesn't phone. We don't see the dad in this film, I don't think. I thought they split up. Don't tell me there's no answer. Oh yes. Man, why would you go on the bait in the attic? Fuck that, I would not go there. It looks like a terrible place to go. Very dark, you just got a candle, you can't really see anything. It's pitch black, but at night time, why would you go there? It's not an idea, I would not go there. Clanking. There's a clanking sound. Clanking. What's a bad? It's a rat trap or a mouse trap. And then this guy comes up, it works. So I know we're at daytime. Yeah, he's gone to church. Is this? Oh, this guy's mum's been to the hospital and shit. It's a mental institute, which is very sad. That's what he used to do back in the day. He'd take people there. He's come together. He's pissed that his mum's there. Typical gravity. Reagan humming. He's come to stage his mum, he's like, oh, why is my mum here? She shouldn't be in this place, she should be with me. She's upset because she can't go home. It's like, this is our work, I'll just take you home. Wish I could, but I can't do that. Well, this is in math. Okay. The mum's having a big party with a bunch of people. She probably works with, I don't know. Okay. This is. You mentioned the father. Where is the father? What happened with him? Oh, this is what they take the piss off and scream the scary movie thing. And she has the party and all that. What she say? Just people talking. It's gone to. Oh, he's asleep. Well, not she ain't gone, but. That's true. The priest starts playing on the piano when everyone's listening. So that's just, I never seen that. That's the scene in it where they're all playing. Scary movie too. When Ricky comes downstairs. This is where it all starts to go wrong. Just Megan comes down. She's not well because she did she had an accident. Just around the film where the demon starts to really take over. Everything's gonna be alright. Then you put her someplace else. And the maid's cleaning up. He's getting visited by one of his friends, who's a priest, I think. He had a pretty rough knock last night, poor guy. And they're having a conversation. Oh, yeah, this right plays at the loud honking noise. This is his mum there. Um, oh yeah, she's looking after she's going mental and I'm trying to put her down so they're injecting her with this thing. Oh, she's putting the doctor's face. And then we go to the priest. What was it? What's his name? What made you see that, Megan? Yeah, this is where the mum's like, just to remember my daughter, take her to the doctor, and they inject her because she's going mental, put her to sleep. And the mum's like, what's wrong? I think there's what the guy accused, like some guy in one of these scenes is accused of something, I'm pretty sure. So they're doing a test of doing a test of their blood pressure. So it's just a bit, I should have been there. Oh yeah, they're going to see if there's anything wrong in the brain, I think. Oh, there's the X-ray machine doing it. So they're looking at a brain and saying it's all clear. Well, it's a symptom. It's to freak out. This is the mum scared and all that. It's crazy, but it's great kicks off. Someone who want to destroy them, know what to do. Don't think about it. Reagan, I'm just going to move you down. See, okay. Yeah. I was like, what's wrong with my daughter? She just be far out. The blood test? There's nothing we can do. There's nothing wrong with them really in the brain or anything. Nothing wrong with it. She says it's urgent. It's just a bit, if it happens. Yep. Probably not even catch it. Just should probably there just do. Hello, Jacob. Welcome to the stream. We're just talking about the Exorcist. Should really get that. Should sort out this. So yeah, the priest comes to her now. It's She doesn't look like just Reagan. She looks like she's losing her mind. She's possessed by a demon. Shh.
Goodbye. What did you call?
She threw the balls that the demon was giving at the statue. Just using these. Yeah, she is. Costa doesn't like that. Look at that evil face. She, oh yeah, she attacks him. She's being a monster and she's attacking. She's really going crazy. She's another one. Me and friend are just walking, talking past all this stuff. So, it's called, what do you call it? They're playing tennis.
Hello, I am back.
But,
What are we discussing now?
the priest is talking to his friend about the case.
Ah,
We just saw a guy get attacked by Reagan. She grabbed him,
right.
she grabbed him by the balls.
I think I remember that bit. There's also the infamous scene where she flagellates herself. I think that's the word. Flagellates herself with the crucifix.
Yeah, I won't be sure on that, so you'll have to skip past that.
Yeah, I think that's the word. I might be wrong. I don't know.
You're a cunting daughter!
She stabbed. In any case, she stabs herself in the privates with a crucifix.
Yeah, you're a cunting daughter.
Oh, that part's brutal.
I think this is wrong. They're going to end up walking to the stairs. Eventually.
I wonder what people in the early 70s thought of that kind of sexual violence
They've
on
probably
film.
never seen that. They've probably never seen that in their life. And I don't think a lot of them watched it, a lot of them religious people. And this is when the mum does everything in the power. She takes him to the hospital, she gets x-rays on the brain and everything, there's nothing wrong.
It's just possession, isn't it?
The mother's doing everything that, like, you'd think that your daughter's just losing her mind, but no.
It's around about the time that the Satanic Panic started. You know,
Well,
everyone was
yeah.
like, everyone was worried about Satanism, but sacrifices, that kind of shit.
I love this scene where it's like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 doctors in a room and the mum, and none of them know what to do.
What's wrong with her?
And one of them says, she needs a priest, an exorcism. And the mum's like, what?
I mean, what else can you do? Remember the Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, when Eddie and Buddy are fighting each other, not Eddie, sorry, Sherman and Buddy are fighting each other for control of Sherman's body, and his body keeps contorting and twisting in different ways as each version's trying to take over. And then Sherman's dad just shouts out of nowhere, it's like, "Somebody better call the Exorcist." But like everyone, whenever someone thinks of exorcising the demon now, they always look to the Exorcist as like a guidebook, don't they?
There's only been
Even
one
like-
exorcism in the world, and that's it. Just one.
It's like if you've ever seen it, like in the movie This Is the End, when Jonah Hill's possessed by a demon.
Yeah.
And he's tied to the bed, and Jay Baruchel's like keeps yelling, "The power of Christ compels you," and the demon's like, "Guess what? It's not that compelling." And then Seth Rogen says, "Seriously, that's it? You're just gonna parrot lines from The Exorcist?" It says, "I would assume they did their research." It says, "It's a movie." He says, "What are you talking about? It's a fucking training manual." Come on, let's face it though. At the end of the day, The Exorcist is still just a movie, and a lot of it is fiction.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's
Exorcist-
a lot about having faith and believing that there's always another way.
I can't remember. Does Merrin go there off his own free will, or is he permitted to go there by the church?
I think they gotta don't they have to get permission from the church to do
Yeah,
this?
you have to get permission. Like it's like to get permission to perform an exorcism. That's like an executive order that only the Pope can
Yeah, well,
allow. You know?
Well, they do everything in the power that if they think it's to do with like you need like if you're mental or stuff, they have to put you through
Special
like
care.
different tests to make sure that when they do an
Yeah,
exorcism
they
it's correct, not wrong.
Special professionals have to determine whether they believe you really are possessed or not, and then they send this information to the Vatican, the Pope, or the Carmelango. One of them reviews it, and the Pope has to sign off on the order to get. I think it's the Pope. The Pope, or if the Pope isn't in office, the Carmelango will sign off on the order. The Carmelango is essentially, like his right hand man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the movie Angels and Demons.
Which film? What? Is that
Tom
the
Hanks,
sequel to
Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code? Yeah.
Yeah, in Angels and Demons, the Carmelango was the bad guy. He wanted to become the Pope. But I'd just like to get you an idea of who the Carmelango is. The Carmelango is the head honcho priest, second only to the Pope. Like he's like, the Pope's glorified assistant who does everything for him when he's not in office. Anyway, going off track. To get the permission to perform an exorcism, the Pope would have to agree to it, or the Carmelango would do it in his absence.
The doctor's asking, "Father, what do you know of the subject of witchcraft?"
Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry, I cut you off there.
Merrin would have been sent. Once he has permission, Merrin would perform the exorcism. Specifically because I think they specifically sent him because he has the most knowledge about the demon Pazuzu. Like he's encountered this demon before. He knows how it works, how it operates. But trust Merrin to have a fucking heart attack right in the middle of the exorcism.
Well, he wasn't old.
I know. Well, it's a bit of an anticlimax that. Just when it seems like the priests are getting somewhere, Merrin has a heart attack and drops down dead. And leaving Karras alone to try and finish it himself. And then Karras ends up, until the third film, it reveals that he didn't. Karras ends up losing his life. By, allowing the demon.
Yeah, they're gonna go on about the guy got his head completely twisted now. Like what Reagan does in a bit. Oh yeah, the steps. Yeah, the guy got his neck twisted when he fell down the steps. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the steps. Them steps are creepy, by the way.
Yeah, it's just I think that's why they were chosen. There's just something about them, isn't there?
Yeah.
You stand at the bottom and look up, and it's like Oh, I don't like the look of them. Yeah, Hollywood has the best, like, you know, knack for the best knack for like taking mundane places and making them iconic.
Those stars would creep anyone out anyway.
Yeah.
Just looking at them, like, they look very ominous. Oh, yeah, this guy comes and talks to the mother.
I need to watch that movie again. Oh,
Yeah, you do. I'm not throwing her away. Yeah, because this guy doesn't think she's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it's weird, like exorcisms and all that kerfuffle, you know.
Well, in this film, if you know the name of the demon, you've got power over it.
Yeah, Pazuzu. And that's basically how it is in religion. I think it is. If you know the name, demons, but demons don't tell. No, I think that's how it is in the Bible, like, or in religious mythology. Demons make it a habit of not telling anyone their name because once you know the name, that allow you know it becomes considerably easier to beat them. You know.
Well, in they completely ruined that in the new film because they just don't care about that rule. I don't know why you can do an like Exorcist. I don't think you can really copy the Exorcist anymore. It's not.
Yeah, the Exorcist.
No one's actually like shocked anymore about stuff I've seen. I've seen worse. I've seen worse shit though.
It's definitely a scary movie, but I've seen I've seen scary movies like it's no longer considered the scariest movie ever. I mean, it is terrifying, but even more so, it would have been terrifying back in the early 70s. But nowadays, while it's still definitely very scary, I wouldn't say it's the scariest movie of all time.
Yeah, it's not anymore because, like I said, I've seen the worst shit that's out there, scary stuff. I've seen worse, like, torture stuff in my life.
Like demons are definitely scary, but I think what's scarier is like what the things humans do to each other.
Yeah.
Like if you've seen movies like I don't know, realistic horror movies like no, I'm not saying it's scarier than The Exorcist, but The Strangers. The Strangers is a horror movie about simple human insanity compelling people to kill.
Yeah, that's they just you don't even know why they kill them. They just want to kill. That's all.
Like, I remember even though the sequel wasn't that great, in the sequel where one of them gets shot, then she takes the mask off, and it's underneath. It's not some horrific Jason-looking motherfucker or some supernatural killer like Michael. It's a young, fairly attractive blonde woman, and she asks her, "Why are you doing this?" And she simply says, "Why not?" Real killers don't look like zombies or freaks. They look like average people because that's what they are. They're just average people whose minds don't work the same as everybody else's.
Yeah, they're
insane.
they're just psychopaths. Just want to kill for fun. They don't
And
care.
that's what's scary. Real killers like that are scary to me than demons ever will be because I for one don't actually believe in demons. I don't believe,
There's definitely
kind of-
there's definitely something definitely.
I believe in that there are supernatural forces in this world that we can't see.
We just maybe there's no explanation for like there's maybe there's another world that's another layer on top of our world that we can't see.
I mean, like ghosts and shit. I mean, like ghosts and shit like that. Spirits that haven't crossed over.
Yeah, there's definitely something. But I don't know if there's. I'm not saying there's a god or whatever, but there's something more that we can't see. That the human eye can't see, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's why they have those sort of like paranormal devices that can see things like that, can't? What is it? They said they have those special wavelength cameras or whatever that can allegedly see stuff. So that when I took that picture in that room up in Scotland, which I put on my Instagram, it was a room where a lot of people. I can't remember how much. A lot of people had died very badly.
Yeah.
Burn, and then I took a picture, and you can see what looks like an orb floating inside the room, and it freaked out the guide as well. I showed the guide, "What do you think that is?" And she's like, looks like an orb."
Yeah, I've seen something when I was a kid that was creepy. So I was in bed one time and there's like someone stood at the end of the bed and it was weird.
Yeah, I remember my dad once telling me a story about how when he and my mother were still together, they they said they went on holiday one time and they saw a ghost or something like that at the end of the bed. That's what they both said anyway. Dad said, I think it was Dad said he saw something standing above him. When he sat up, there was nothing there. And then, according to him, my mother lay up in bed and said, "I just saw someone at the end of the bed." That's what she said.
So I
Anyway.
do believe in stuff like that. Yeah, the mother has a fight with the daughter's going mental. Oh, she's covered in blood now, the daughter.
The power of Christ compels you.
In the film, she's like, the guy's like, why weren't you allowed in the room? And she's like, oh, because of the patriarchy, because I'm a woman, basically. And it is not true because in the originals, the reason she's not allowed in the room is because she's not very religious. She's got something with her daughter, like an attachment, so that's probably why she wasn't allowed in the room.
They can't let them see her daughter. They can't let her see her daughter having that kind of shit happen to her.
Yeah, because the demon's going to use anything to get the mother like to fall for it and believe her. Yeah, the priest and the mother's meeting up. And they're going to talk about what's going on. Going on about someone getting pushed from a daughter's room down upstairs. What's great about this film, it's not like jump scares all the time, it's quite subtle about it. It gets more intense as you watch the film. There's a lot of just talking and walking around. With horror films now, it's just like, boom, it's a scare.
We were talking about The Omen earlier. I remember that film is genuinely scary on a psychological level. Like, in just the way that, so like, for example, like when they go to find, they go to the cemetery, don't they?
Yeah.
And they dig up the grave and there's like, what is it? Is it the baby that was
It's a
born?
jackal. It's a jackal in the grave.
Yeah, he became a goat. He became the baby was born of a goat, wasn't it?
Rather than they call it a jackal, which I think it was like the devil, I think. He's the
Something like
devil's
that, yeah.
offspring in this. And
Yeah, that's basically it.
a lot of people are covering it up for him, like the ones that support it. And every time someone finds out that he's the devil's son, they die in mysterious ways.
Yeah, like when the pole falls off the church roof.
Yeah, when you find out, you're basically dead. It's like a supernatural force. Like when in the second film, he gets adopted by, is it the president or the vice president or something?
I think it's the president or someone close to him.
I think it might be the vice president. And that's how the first film ends. He's there and working his way up to become the world and make the world like become evil. The devil will walk. Yeah, the Omen films are just so good. And then Sam Neill plays. He plays him in the third film when he's like, he's now the president, like, close to being in power. But yeah, a lot of crazy shit happened in the movies are great.
I think I've only seen. I know about the second and third movie, but I think I've only seen the first Omen movie.
Yeah, I've seen them all. They're all good. It's just like, I love how they use like science in the third one because there's like stars lining up and they're all like, oh, this means there's a chance to beat the devil's son. But you have to watch those films; they're good.
Yeah, I mean, I know the first one was really scary because that's the one I've seen. Genuinely
That's
scary.
when the woman hangs herself and she's like, "It's all for you, Damien. It's all for you."
Oh yeah, she jumps off the that's another one I've not seen for years, but I remember that now. She jumps off the roof, doesn't she?
Yeah.
It's all for you, Damien. What year was that now? That was 1976, wasn't it?
Was it probably got made because of The Exorcist?
Probably. I remember, it starts because because his son actually dies at childbirth, so isn't it like the chaplain or whatever at the hospital?
Oh, they swapped the babies, I think.
They swapped the baby whose mother just died at childbirth.
Oh yeah, because the baby died, but the mother they don't know the baby died. And then they got the because they were in power, like connected to the. It's even the vice president that they connected to.
It's because he's a ambassador to the United Kingdom. He's the American ambassador to the United Kingdom, basically.
That's why they were
picked. He has ties to the White House and Congress,
Yeah, that's what they want. Like, I think it's related to the. It can't be the vice president. I think.
It's something. I know he ends up getting close to the president at the end of the movie after his dad's dead. The president attends the funeral and he puts his hand. I think he puts his hand on Damien's shoulder to to like comfort him. And Damien is just like got this look on his face.
Damien does not feel anything. Don't care.
I think it's the president anyway.
Yeah, in the second one he's got like I think it's like it's like a stepbrother to him, the same age.
Yeah.
They go to like an army camp thing.
Yeah, but it's like Damien, I think, in that film, he's initially horrified to rediscover that he's the son of the devil, isn't he?
I think that's the one where he discovers that he is.
It's like he doesn't actually want to be the son of the devil.
He's got, what is it, 666 in his hair.
Yeah, and then he wants to, and then he embraces it.
But he doesn't want to do it, and then I think that kid confronts him, and he found out about it, and then that's when he probably becomes... It's like, okay, I'm going to embrace being the evil bastard.
I mean, imagine how would you react if you found out your father was literally Satan?
But it would freak you out. Like, you would be wondering why everyone's dying around you.
It's why I like more jovial depictions of the devil that don't depict him as, completely evil, but, just a neutral entity that, doesn't really get involved in the affairs of others unless it benefits him in some way. It's like Lucifer. What is it? Lucifer on TV, obviously. It's like, as he keeps repeating, there's like going on, I don't rule hell, I just work there.
I love there's a line there, it says, demonic voice, let Jesus fuck you.
It's like, yeah. Well, yeah, it's like Lucifer, like, what is it, yeah, like, it runs on the premise of, like, if the devil's job is to punish evil, then how bad can he really be?
And if you read like the Bible, the devil wasn't actually... He wasn't bad at
He was
first.
a fallen angel. Well, there's very many different depictions of the devil, but the one basic, connection they all share is that they all rule hell. You got the devil, you got Satan, you got Lucifer, and in some reincarnate depictions, these are all just different names of the same person, but they varied between like names. Like Lucifer is, hang on a moment, sorry. Yeah, like Lucifer. Sorry. There's multiple different Wikipedia pages. Like, for example, for the devil, for Lucifer, for Satan. Presenting them not completely the same person. But like different people, all different versions of the devil in Abrahamic religions. But they all have the same unified role of ruling hell, punishing evil.
So this scene is where Karis is in the room and Reagan's just got PC problem and she looks like a fucking demon now. Tied to the bed.
Right. Satan is the ruler of hell. Lucifer's the fallen angel who rebelled against God, was cast down to hell to rule for all eternity. And what else was it?
The demon's asking have you got a cigarette, father?
There is a good quote I heard about the devil. There's multiple good quotes. The main quote that everyone knows is the greatest trick that the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. That's the one that everyone knows.
Well, if the devil is clever, he should do that. He probably did that.
If he existed,
if he does exist, that's probably what he's doing. Like, let the humans fuck themselves over. God's already said we're full of sin.
But another quote that I really like about the devil It's like, if the devil... Oh, sorry, my nose, I've got a runny nose. If the devil tells you that there is no hope for you, that's because there is some hope just around the corner and he doesn't want you peeking.
Do you remember what
See
they
it in
did,
movies
like,
all the time.
in this movie? You heard about what they did to them. So the room was very, like, cold all the time for the film, innit?
Oh yeah, it was freezing cold, wasn't it?
This is the film where Reagan's actress, the actress who plays her, damaged the back for life, I think.
Something like that. What happened to Reagan in the new movie?
You're not gonna watch the film?
You can tell me, I don't care.
Well, at the end, the mother's character, well, one scene in the film, she got her eyes poked out by a demon, and she's like, you won't see Reagan again. And Reagan comes in the room in the hospital right at the end. Because she hasn't talked to her daughter since she wrote a book about what happened.
Who wrote the book? Reagan?
No, the mother wrote a book about what actually happened to Reagan, and Reagan didn't like it.
What was the book about? Was it about how she was possessed? Or
Yeah.
was it just how she had... Like,
She was
did she not
possessed and
just...
everything.
And what does Reagan think happened to her?
Reagan just didn't want to talk to her mum, she thought that. But if you remember in the first film, at the end, the mum's like, she don't remember anything. And then the guy's like, that's good. So, it kind of ruins the character because she wrote a book, which she wouldn't have done.
So, well, I guess it kind of presents the idea that she wrote a book. It was good that her daughter didn't remember anything, but she wrote a book, and her daughter didn't like what she was writing about her.
Yeah, that would really piss anyone off.
She has no way of knowing if she's telling the truth or not. But so what is it? The same actress playing Chris, is it?
It's both the same actresses playing them both. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's only in it for like fucking 5 seconds on Reagan. And that's how the film basically ends.
But anyway, going back to what I said a minute ago, you see it in films all the time. If the devil tells you there is no hope for you at all, there is hope, and he doesn't want you to find it. It's like, if the devil's telling you you can't be forgiven, there's no chance for you, no hope for salvation, it means there is some, and he just doesn't want you to realise it. He doesn't want you peeking around the corner.
If he does say it, you just gotta remember, if he is real, that there is hope.
It's like in the movie, do you remember the movie Devil by Shyamalan, when they're in the elevator?
Yeah.
At the end, the devil says to him, you think you can make some kind of bargain? You think you can be forgiven? Something like that. And then he picks up the walkie-talkie and he speaks into it and he confesses what he did. And because he confessed what he did, and it's implied because the detective whose family he killed, it's implied that he actually forgives him, the devil is powerless to do anything. So he has to leave him.
That is actually a good film that people sleep on. People think shit, but it's actually good.
Yeah, it was genuinely good. Scary at times as well.
Like, what is it, 5 people stuck in a lift? One of them dies one by one or something.
4 people stuck in a lift, one of them's the devil.
There's an old woman, there's a guy, there's a woman, I can't remember, actually, there's a lot of them. I know the detective is in the Bogeyman movie.
Logan Marshall Green plays the only guy that survives. Tony, his name is. Then you've got the black security guard, the woman, and the sleazy salesman, and then you got the devil, who is the old lady, the devil in disguise, as the old lady.
Yeah, the devil, the old woman.
And the old woman, before she can do anything to him, he keeps asking the devil to take me instead. And the devil gets angry, like, stop saying that. And then the devil tries saying, you're not good. You think you're good, you're not good. You think and it's like, you think you can make some kind of bargain. You think you can be forgiven. So he picks up the radio and confesses what he did. And the devil can't do anything to him then. She just stares at him for several moments. And is like, damn it. But that's where you hear it, like, if the devil tells you there is no hope at all, it's because there is some round the corner and he doesn't want you peeking. Oh. This is why I like to live in assumption that the devil isn't real.
Yeah, but what if the devil is real? Like you live in like it's not real, and then you get something. No.
Who the fuck wants to believe that kind of shit exists?
Well, you don't want to believe there's a higher power that you could get saved.
I mean, if you ask me, humans created the concept of a higher being to give some meaning to it all. You know, we're going back thousands of years.
That would be a horrible way to think if you're living like that. Like
every culture that has ever walked this earth has had some form of religious deity. The Egyptians had, you know, gods like Ra or Anubis. The Greeks had the Greek gods. You had Zeus, Poseidon, Artemis. No, sorry, that's a Roman goddess. Athena. The Romans, like I just said, had gods like Artemis. The Vikings had Odin, or the Muslims have Allah, which is another version of the Abrahamic God. Which is the Christian God. The Christian, Jewish, Catholic, they all worship the same kind of God. His name is Jehovah. Or Yaj, I think in another name is Yaju. Nowadays everyone just calls him God.
Yeah, but that means all the ones you just mentioned could be the same person, really. You don't know.
Well, the thing is, in today, everyone just calls him God, because they live in the assumption that there is only one God. But only those who truly study the Bible know that his name is Jehovah. I mean, saying in ancient times, saying his name was was a sin, and that's why everyone called him God, because you were not worthy to speak his name. You see it they take the piss out of it in Monty Python, where anyone who says Jehovah gets stoned.
I love this bit of the film where he's talking to us. He's like, if you're the devil, why not make the straps disappear?
And what does Pazuzu say?
That's mocking him, saying there's not much. That's much Steve Morgan at display of power. What's it, character? I just the way that he doesn't take any shit about the demon. The demon can call him out for all he cares. It's like Rash Reagan.
The only time he loses his rag is when Merrin is dead, and he has to get the demon out of Reagan now, and he's like, so he resorts to take me instead.
He just asks where Reagan is, and it's like in here with Pulse. That's basically implying there's more than one, but that doesn't mean there is more than one. It could be lying. It's a demon in the film,
I guess he could say it means in here with the two of us talking right now. Reagan is deep down inside, but she's here, her body's here with the two of us, but I'm working the controls.
Yeah.
But anyway,
show me Reagan and I'll loosen one of the straps.
Every culture in history has a different form of deity. Hindus have, Shiva and Vishnu and all that. It's like there's so many deities, so many religions. This is why you have to, at one point, you just have to imagine that maybe humans just made it up, you know.
I don't know.
And humans,
I don't want to believe that we made it up. I want to believe there's a higher power, and if there isn't, when you die, what's wrong with believing it?
there's nothing wrong with believing that you go somewhere nice when you die, but to believe in a higher power, it's kind of far fetched because
Yeah,
we
well,
know
humans always put belief in something. That's what humans do. We always,
for example,
we always do that.
common belief, astral projection is something commonly believed to be real. So, like, if that's what happens when we sleep, why can't it happen when we die? Anyway, it's like, um,
But there's lots of
it's like
stories where people are close to death when they see like familiar faces and stuff. That does happen.
I just think that's what they want to see when they die. You know, it's like when you die, your vision fades out. Your vision fades out because that's what happens when you die.
In that way that we don't actually know what it's like when you die. It's just not there anymore. It's just
The only people who know what it's like after we die are the people who have died, and we can't ask them.
yeah. That's like one question that will never get answered properly.
You don't get the answer until the day you die.
Yeah,
But
I just
I do.
think anyone, you can believe in anything you want really, and if it's real, you're alright. But if it's not real, it doesn't really matter. Either way.
Like humans created the concept of religion to that's what I think. Humans created religion and the higher power, the idea of it, to give some meaning to it all. This is before we had the understanding that the world and the people in it, everything in the world can evolve naturally. You know, we're still evolving. Creatures are still evolving. This is long before we had we understood that we had to create some reason for us being here, and so we created some great higher power who created
I
us
mean,
all.
no, have you noticed that humans always go to like, they always go to, what do you call it, believe in something, no matter what, they always believe, in it. Like, or believing in the president or the queen or king. They
It's
always
because
believe in something.
religious devotion, religious devotion, it's so ingrained in our natural instinct. We find ourselves following something all the time. We want to be involved in something.
If we don't like being on our own. Then we don't like, we just, yeah, that's what humans always do. Always tend to do. Always want to belong to something. I love when the priest starts throwing holy water on the demon. It's like, it's like, she doesn't say she's a demon, she says she's the devil herself.
Mm, just
Yeah, the mum's like, there's nothing wrong with my daughter except for in her brain. She shouldn't believe that there's a fucking demon, which I'm not really. I think that would be realistic, to be honest.
mm,
Like anyone who would go through this would not think. Let me get a priest. She's got we've got a demon out of her. You would do any like you'd take him to the doctors. In most cases, they'll probably get locked up.
yeah. I remember. What was it? I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh yeah, I remember what it was. I remember what it felt like to believe 100% in God and Jesus and all that. I remember when I was younger because I went to a Church of England school, primary school, right?
Well, I went to a
And I
private school and
remember,
we used to sing fucking Jesus, like the songs and read the Bible and stuff.
and I remember like it must have been up until around 20, up until at least 2010. I believed wholeheartedly that God was real. I thought the idea of not believing in God or Jesus was unthinkable to me. And then But then as time, you get older and you start to, question stuff. You start to have like a free thinking kind of more free thinking mind. And I started to look around and question wholly. You know, wasn't really. I was unsure. I had like a crisis of faith. Like is God real? Is God not real? And now I'm an atheist, and the whole idea of just evolution just makes much more sense to me.
Well, let's say humans believe in what they want. As long as you're
Yeah.
not hurting anyone and you want to believe in God, or don't want to believe in God, do what you want. But once you start hurting people or trying to force people to do, yeah, I don't agree with that.
It's like religion religion has been a terrible it's been good, but it's also been terrible throughout history because it also um it's caused many wars, many deaths, that kind of thing. Well, what's going on in Israel right now, the Palestinians and the
Yeah, but
Muslims and the Jews.
they've always been at fucking each other's fucking head.
I know, but
They are the fucking extremists, that's what they are. They're extremists of religion, that's what happens to them. There's people out there who, obviously, in every religion that's gonna want to kill people and make them do whatever. That's always gonna be a thing. Yeah, I don't know, yeah, all over there, they're always in fucking fights, no matter what. What an excellent day for an exorcism, that's what he says. I've got to admit that for this film, it's probably the last 30 minutes or so, or 20 minutes where something actually happens. It's all the build up in this film. That's all they're doing is building up to the exorcism. And it's filmed about people, that's what I like about it. It's like these days, you don't have time to think about anything in films. Just already on to the next part. Like in Marvel shows or movies, are like one serious moment and then they start joking about and then they forget about it. That's what they do these days anyway. I'm gonna skip to the part where they start doing the exercise. I've been screaming for a long time.
Yeah, we have.
An hour and a half I've been screaming. I mean, we have been having good conversations about religion and stuff.
Yeah, finally having intellectual conversations. Think we should wrap it up there, though.
We should just spot fucking PC in his face. Yeah, we know what happens in the let's just go for it then quick, so they're reading from the book and everything, and the priest is about to have a heart attack.
Have a little mini meltdown.
Nice. Yeah, she did the twisty of the head. Let's go back.
Twisty.
Yeah, I don't know how they did that, but it's cool. So yeah, he's floating in the air. Yeah. He's died of a heart attack.
Yeah, that's what happens.
And then
I remember it very well.
yeah, well, he did go in the room on his own, which is a mistake.
Well, I guess he thought he had it in hand, didn't he?
Yeah, he just found him dead and now he's pissed. Starts choking Vega on the demon. He's like, take
Yeah,
me!
that's-
Oh, it's got his side and now he's got the demon face.
That's when he loses his rag.
And then he
That's like the only
jumps.
time he loses his rag.
Let's see that scene when he jumps out the window. Yeah, he's jumping out the window now. Double step,
I think
he goes. He goes from the top of the steps to the very bottom. And what do we think? Do we think he's dead? Well, that's what we think in this film, but he's not.
I thought in the third movie he's not dead.
Yeah, they all just found the body. His friends found it. Just the other priest, they're moving the house, aren't they? That's what they're doing at the end. It just ends like there. Look at the tower and steps, and that's how it ends. So, yeah, that's The Exorcist. Still a great film to this day.
Yeah. 50 years on, still a great movie.
Yep. So if you want to watch an Exorcist film, watch the first one. Or the third one, just watch them.
Not even the third one's good.
Yep. So this has been an interesting stream. Thanks for listening. We're going to end it there. See you next time.
Bye bye.